is Rebecca Bruton. I'm a composer and a vocalist and violinist, and I live in the Prairie Mountain region, so I live in Banff, Alberta, but I come from Calgary, which is on the prairie. It took me a while to find composition. I grew up playing classical violin and fiddle music. I got into experimental music from a pretty young age. My dad was into some strange experimental music, and as well as David Lynch films, so I kind of had exposure. And then I went to York University in Toronto, and I studied jazz violin and Balkan folk singing and free improvisation. Then I ended up going to Simon Fraser University in Vancouver for a Master of Fine Arts in Interdisciplinary Arts Practice. But I've been creating music of my own for a very long time. Approached the workshop as an opportunity to bring in a very small idea and to develop it during the workshop. I've also been working a lot with creating systems that allow quite a bit of material to be generated in a short time to try to bring a bit more ease into composing. I'm really excited about an opportunity to conduct research into the saxophone because I haven't written for it before, so this residency has been a really nice place to just work directly with an ensemble. No, tenor's by itself, and tenor is first, goes first, and then
followed by
alto and baritone.
Okay.
Makes me get really excited about multiphonics. As well as I work a lot with the phenomenon known as beating in my work. So when you have two intervals that are very close together, then it creates this beating sound. So I'm interested in working both with multiphonics and beating at once, and trying to create musical events that have both of these things presented in very clear ways. So I've been trying to find multiphonic pairings between two or more instruments where the beating comes across really clearly, but then there's also all these other pitches stacked on top of that. And trying to do that without it getting muddy, so that you hear the harmonic content, but then you also hear the auditory illusion. But then I've also been testing out different forms. I came up with all these multiphonic sets, and then I found a way of alternating between silence and multiphonic, and then also alternating between melodic improvisation and multiphonic and silence using a randomized system. A lot of my work has to do with text in some way, and I've often been dealing with issues of how do I work with text but create non-representative art forms. So music and sound that has a relationship to a text but is not trying to represent the text in a romantic or programmatic sense. My starting point is this book. So I'm actually working from a book called Raw Ass Milk Soap. It's sort of a autobiographical self-research by a woman who ceremonially married a donkey, or married the donkey's silence, and then they went on a walking journey together for 3 months through the southern United States. So it's been a really interesting exploration of not knowing whether something's going to work or not, but then getting to try out an idea as soon as I have it. So it means that everything I brought in has been really sketchy and not that well formed, but then it means I get a sense right away whether or not it's going to work and whether it's going to be useful. And then I have recordings of all of it, so now I have all this material that I can then go over the next few months and really refine and decide what of it I'll use and what I can just throw away.